Yeah, welcome to another video. Let me hold it like this. Yeah, so basically, in today's video, I'm just gonna be talking about like how you shouldn't leave yourself like you shouldn't be like too. It's good to have your own company, but you shouldn't be like too lonely or anything like that. I'm just gonna give you like some experiences from me personally, and like how like I feel like it's not really a good thing to do or a good thing to be. So yeah, let me just get straight into it. So literally, I think it's very like I think one of the worst things that mistakes that I make personally is like I feel like I distance myself with people, or like I push people out of my life, or like I don't let people in on like on a deep level kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I might have because the thing is I might have a lot of friends or know a lot of people, things like that, but none of them are like really my friends kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like no one really cares, like kind of thing. And I felt like when you're lonely, like when I'm lonely like that, or when I'm feeling like sad or anything like that, I feel like I don't have anyone to go to. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like it's depressing. Like not so much now. It still is, and no more get twisted, but not so much now. But mainly like a few years ago, not too long ago, like when I was like 19, like I was so depressed. Like I actually felt like it's gonna sound crazy, but like, I believe in God, so I would never like commit suicide or anything like that. I just believe like I'll just go to hell. But personally, like I considered it. I thought that raw, like I don't want to be here, kind of thing. So yeah, and I felt like that mainly happened just because I was neglecting myself. I wasn't caring for myself. All the friends that I had at the time, like I would hang out with them, but like I wouldn't like let it get too deep, or like I'd always like I don't want to. Do you know what? I'd self-sabotage myself actually. I feel like I'd self-sabotage a lot, just to put myself to be like lonely and stuff like that, or like I'll be angry and I'll just distance myself or things like that. I just think it's just not a good thing to do. It really isn't, just because when you're someone, at least if someone like me, like I think about things a lot. So I feel like when you leave yourself to your own thoughts, like I was having this conversation with my dad not too long ago actually. And it's like when I leave myself to myself, it's good in the sense that I'm an introvert, so I do like need to like have my own space and like that. But my problem is I stay in that space for too long, and like I don't let anyone in, and like I feel like it's not good, because when you stay like by yourself and like whatever, basically it's like you've only got one way of thinking. Do you know what I mean? So I might just think, I'll use these as an example, cool. I might just think, oh, like, this is a jar, but like, in my mind, I only see green pens, do you know what I mean? But obviously you can see there's multiple colors, but in my mind, it's like, I'm only focusing on these three green pens, do you know what I mean? And that's like what occupies my mind too much, like, and I'll just be like, oh, but I'm not a yellow, but I'm not a blue, like, oh, I'm not this. But really, it's like, there's many kinds of different pens, but I'm mainly focused on the green, and I don't realize it. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, I feel like you won't realize it when that happens. So it's good to give yourself different perspective in life, on anything, literally anything. Like always, like have different people around with different views. That's one thing I need to work on. Most of the people that I'm friends with, like they're like me, but I need to communicate more like deeply with like other kind of characteristics, other kind of people, like just because it can broaden my perspective of life and different things and different topics. But yeah, no, like I feel like on a more serious note though, like because I could just ramble on for a long time just because, you know what I mean, it is what it is. But on a more serious note, I feel like it's not good to leave yourself like to yourself, because like I was watching one of these what they call it, like these red pill, like these like self-improvement kind of thing. Yeah, that's self-improvement. And like a lot of people are like killing themselves just because they're just like a lot of young men like are literally killing themselves because of that. Do you know what I mean? Like they just feel lonely. Like I get it. Like I swear, like I definitely get what they're going through. Do you know what I mean? And it's weird because there's probably most people in my life, most young guys in my life, or most people that I know, are also going through that, but it's like everyone's keeping it to themselves, kind of. At least I'm keeping it to myself because I don't really trust anyone like that, but it's what it is. But yeah, no, I think you definitely shouldn't do that, bro. Like anyone that's watching this, if you've watched this far, like please, like don't keep yourself to yourself. Always make sure like you give yourself time. Obviously, you need to give yourself time separately just to be by yourself, but like literally don't neglect yourself for too long. Don't stay lonely for too long. It's not a good thing. It's literally one of the worst things you could do. I think that's one thing that I'm going to do this year as well. Just pushing myself out of my comfort zone more. And yeah, just because, like I said, you go through a negative mental spiral. And like, personally, like for me, like when you add that now with the struggles that I have to go through in life, like money, like I literally have no money in my bank account right now. Like there's literally no money. There might be like £1.30 something in my bank. Do you know what I mean? Like it can be depressing, bro. Like you can't just keep this to yourself. Like you have to let other people know. You have to not be afraid to ask for help. For me, that's another thing. I feel like my problem is like I'm a bit prideful. Like I don't want to like look weak or like ask for help. Like be vulnerable. Like I don't want to like put myself in the hands of someone else, kind of thing. I think yeah, that's mainly what it is. I don't like putting myself in the hands of someone else, or that's yeah. So that's literally one of the things you can't do. That I am longer this video out of it, so because I just ran. I can't really get my mind straight. But the thing is, when I plan videos too long, I never release it. So that's why I'm just doing it off the straight of the top of my head. Because when I plan videos, it's like I never release it. I feel like, oh, I could have done that. But, oh, okay. So that's literally why I'm just doing like this. But yeah, I'm rambling on. Yeah, just don't leave yourself to be lonely. And I'm talking this to myself as well. You, Cyrus, don't leave yourself to be lonely. Because it's just not good to be alone too much. Make sure you have different perspectives of different kinds of people. Make sure you interact with people more on a deep level, because it's not like I don't interact. It's just that it's not a deep thing. Like it's not deep. Do you know what I mean? It's superficial, and like that doesn't really do anything for me personally. But yeah, thank you for. I know I was watching, but anyways, whatever.